Chumash and Rashi, the Torah portion. VaYeitei. We are in the 6th reading. We continue with the story from yesterday. Yaakov and his family, building a family. Already 11 of his children, of sons that are born, one daughter. And he amassed wealth in a miraculous way yesterday. Now we continue. He kind of finished his time there. God says, time to go back home. Yaakov got up. It says here, set out, right? But I'm teaching, when I say get up, come means to rise. He rose. The Yisa is Banav, and he actually picked up his children, Menashe, his wives, his Gemalim, and his camels. Meaning, ready to journey. So Rashi picks up on the order over here that the sons and the wives. Why that order? Rashi says in 17, Hezbon of his Noshov, Hikdim Zochorim Lenekevis. Yaakov put the males ahead of the females. Esav Hikdim Nekevis Zochorim. Esav did the opposite. He put the females ahead of the males. Shenemar, as it says, Yikach Esav El Nashav Esabonav. And Esav took his wives and his sons. Whoa. Why Rashi? First of all, that's later on going to be about Esav. So why is Rashi telling this over here? We don't know that about Esav that he put the females. It's going to be next week's Torah portion when he, right? We don't know that. So why would that be an issue over here? I don't have an answer. Okay, next. In other words, make note of it later. Let's see what it says later anyways. Okay. Got too much to do that. Can't stop. Okay. In Hag is called Miknehu, and he led all of his livestock, is called Rechush, and all of his possessions that he amassed. Mikne Kinyon purchases of property. Asher Rochash Padan Aram, that he amassed in Padan Aram. That was the name of the place, right? Or acquired, actually, yeah. Lo Vayelei to come to Yitzchak of his father, Arzu Canaan, to the land of Canaan. Rashi, Mikne Kinyonai. It's like a double term over here, the word kana, which means acquisition in its root form. Mikne Kinyonai, acquisition of his property. Mashikana Mitzayna, that which he acquired from his flocks of Adim Shvaches, male and female servants, Ugmalim and camels, and donkeys. We already learned that idea previously, that from his flock. And yesterday we learned that he purchased servants. Okay. 19, love and halach ligzais is tzainai, and love and went to shear his flock, meaning the sheep, from its wool. V'tignai Rachel is a terafim asher lavia, and Rachel, she stole the terafim, idols that belonged to her father. Right, this is they're setting to leave, and she stole the idol. Right? Rashi 19. Link says, he went to shear his sheep, Shinos, and Biyad Banav, that he put in the care of his sons. 3-day journey, Yaakov, that was between him and Yaakov. So, that way, there's no way that he could have from the good sheep for mating. The Rachel stole the Terafim. The Hafish is her intent was to separate her father from idolatry, right? This is an idolatry, right? That was her motive. 20, the Yaakov is Lev Lavan, and Yaakov stole the heart of Lavan Harami, the Harami, Albli Higidloi, without on the fact that without telling him Kibareahu that he's fleeing, right? He stole his heart. Here it translates duped. Um, okay, the Yivrach hu v'chol asher loy, and he fled, he and everything that was to him, the Yaakov Yavor Sanar, and he got up, he set out, and he passed over the Nahar, the river, referring to the Euphrates. Remember, he's way up there in the Euphrates, right? He also is Har Gilad, and he placed his head, his face rather, to Har Gilad, to Mount Gilad, meaning he was headed in that direction, right? Yugat Lavan, and it was told to Lavan, B'Yom on the third day, because he was 3 days separated, right? And Kibarach Yaakov, the Yaakov had fled. B'Yom Shlishi on the third day, Sharei Derech Sheshes Yomi, because there was 3 days separation between them. 23, and he took his brothers with him, his kinsmen. I guess those are, from the family or something like that. His, relatives. And he chased after him a journey of 7 days. And he caught up to him by the Mount Gilad. In the Haggadah, by the way, this is where we say that, Lavan the Arami wanted to destroy me, right? He came after him, right? And as we'll see, that his intent wasn't a good intent, but things changed. But in the Haggadah on Pesach, by the Pesach Seder, we speak about it. A journey of 7 days, the entire 3 days, Shahalach Hamagi Lahagi Lavan, that the informer went to tell Lavan that Yaakov had gone. Halach Yaakov Darkei Ladarkei. Yaakov went on his way. Nimtzat, so comes out the Yaakov Rachik Lavan Shisha Yamim. Yaakov was 6 day distance from Lavan. Well, Bashvi, and on the seventh day, he see go Lavan. Lavan caught up to him. Because it was a 3 day journey to come to him, so he's already traveling. So he also went a 3 day journey, right? So they're 6 days apart, right? When he was told, because he was told by his flock that was being held by his sons, 3 day journey, as we learned, right? So we learn out from this, Shekol Masha Halach Yaakov Yeshiva Yamim, everything that took 7 days. What? Oh, 7 days for Yaakov, Halach Lavan, B'yom Echad. The Lavan took it 1 day. Yeah. And he pursued him, Der Shivas Yamim. It doesn't say that he ran after him for 7 days. It says derech, a journey of 7 days, right? So a journey of 7 days, he did in a day. I don't know if it means because he went, I don't think he went by foot. I don't know if that, I don't know if, well,
Camels are fast.
huh?
Camels are fast.
Yeah, faster than foot, much faster.
Yeah,
So,
pretty fast. Yeah.
so maybe that's how he went. I don't know. I mean, not saying over here, but.
And time is also weird in Torah. A day could mean a week could mean a month.
Oh, really? Not what it's saying here. It is what it is, right? Okay, 24. Yahweh Elohim, and God came Lavan to Lavan Harami b'chalei malayla in a dream at night. Dream at night because he's an evil person, so he's only going to come to him at night. as we had by Bilam. He said to him, be careful for yourself. Tend to daber, lest you speak im Yaakov, and lest you speak with Yaakov, with good or bad intent. What do you mean from good? So what's the why? Just don't speak bad. Why are you saying speak good? Well, whether you speak good, it's as if the good is not good. Well, that's what Rashi says, because the good of evil people is not good. Eitzel tzaddikim. Right. In other words, when you relative to righteous people. Interesting. Uh-huh.
Relative, right?
Yeah, it's relative. Interesting. In other words, in his own clan, maybe that, well, it's good. But relative to a righteous person, he's even as good as evil. Interesting. 25. Yasig Lavan is Yaakov. And he reached Lavan, Yaakov. The Yaakov Taka is Eihalai. And Yaakov, he set up his tent, Bahar on the mountain. But Lavan Taka is Echa Bahar Hagilai. And Lavan, he set up camp by the mountain, on the mountain. Lavan Yaakov, and Lavan said to Yaakov, Masis, what did you do? You stole my heart. And you stole my heart, duped me, deceived me. You led my daughters away like prisoners of war. Shvuyis chereb. Shvuyis chereb, Rashi said, Kol chayal abala milchama kari chereb. Shvuyis is like captives of the sword. Shavui is captive, and chereb is sword. So any army that goes out to war is called chereb, because they go, with a sword in hand. Lama. Nach Beisa Livraya. Why did you hide yourself to run away? Right? In other words, why did you do it in a undercover to hide away? And you again got, huh?
Surreptitious way.
Yeah. I trying to give the literal translation because I know you have the English so you could see for yourself, but then you're not learning the root words, you're not understanding proper meanings. Right? Besa means hidden. So in the context, it's that way, but right? Vatigna, VaYeitei, and that's why I say Ganav is a thief. You stole me, meaning translate, you deceived me. And you didn't tell me. I would have sent you with joy, and with songs, with with drums and lyre. And after is deity. You stole my mind, meaning you deceived me. Also, she didn't let me kiss my grandsons, my daughters. Yeah, grandsons because he didn't have any sons. So that's what it means. It says it means sons and daughters, right? You've acted foolishly. Now you've acted foolishly. 29, Yesh Lekel Yodi. There is like El Yodi, actually. It's not God's name over here. A power in my hands. Also, see that I could do evil to you. Elokei Avichem. However, the God of your father, Emish, last night, Amar Allah, he said to me, Lamor, saying, Shamar Lecha, beware of for yourself. Medaber im Yaakov, to speak with Yaakov mitoy v'adra, to speak from good until evil. Yesh ke'ele el yodi, Rashi in 29. Yesh koyach el biyodi, I have the strength and the potency in my hand. Lastly, to do harm to you. The whole el shu lashon kodesh. Oh, any time the word kel is used in a holy term. Hashem is who it's a name of God because it brings out strength, great might. 30. Ata now, you departed this way now, right? Why? Why? Why did you depart now? Because you are longing. Nichsavti means longing. For your father's home. Why did you steal my gods? You're longing. Okay, just other examples. You're longing for your father's house. And then he says, why did you steal my gods? Beyond Yaakov. And Yaakov responded to Lavan, and he said to Lavan, Ki yaresi, because I had fear. Ki amarti pendig zolis v'noisecha mi imi. That I was afraid because I thought that you might take your daughters away from me, right? Wanting them to stay, and you're going to take them away by force. Ki yaresi yeshiva rishon shema is v'noisai. He answered on the first question first, what, and he said, you led my daughters away. That was the first thing he answered. Is like or actually, no. Now, sorry, now he's answering the second thing. If it will, not with that which you will find your God, lo yichya neged achenu. Well, this person will not live neged, against, meaning amongst our brothers, meaning our family. Hakir lecha ma'imadi. Go recognize, go identify for yourself that which is with me. V'kach loch, and take what's yours. And Yaakov didn't know that Rachel had stolen the idol, right? She didn't want him to be idolatrous, so she stole it.
What could possibly have been her motivation?
She didn't want her father to. Rashi already said it. We learned that. We're on 32. Rashi said already. We had that previously, earlier, when she stole it. Rashi said that her intent was that he should not serve idolatry.
Avram destroyed the idol.
Okay, it's Akasha. It's Akasha. Yeah.
They could bury the idols, buried them. When he was near, when he was with Dina, like the incident with Dina after they left, and he buried the idols of Shechem.
That's later.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue, because I'm sorry, we got a lot to do, but good question. Why she took it and not just destroyed it? Yeah, I guess a woman's not going to start digging to bury it. So the safest thing for her to do was to take it, so that way he doesn't have it. That's the way I understand it. Let's see Rashi. That person won't live who took it. From that curse, Rachel died, B'derech, on the road, right? And she didn't end up being buried with him.
Wow.
That's a power of a tzaddik. Their words are their words are create a reality. My yeah. My imadi, that what is in my possession, Mishalcha, that is of yours. 33. V'yava Yelavan, and Lavan came Ba'ayel Yaakov into the tent of Yaakov, Ba'ayel Leah, in the tent of Leah, Ba'ayel Shtei Ayimois, and in the tent of the two maidservants, V'loi Matzah. And he didn't find anything. VaYeitei, and he went out, Mi'el Leah, from the tent of Leah, V'yava Ayel Rachel, and he went into the tent of Rachel. Rashi. 33. Oyel Yaakov, who Oyel Rachel. So it says the tent of Yaakov, that happens to be the tent of Rachel. Yaakov Tadir it. So because Yaakov was often with her more than he was with the other three. Similarly, it says B'ni Rachel Eishes Yaakov. Later on, we'll have that at the end of Bereshis. The sons of Rachel, Jacob's wife, Yaakov's wife, Abikulam, and all of the other wives, like Eishes Yaakov, doesn't say a wife of Yaakov. Rachel. Now he came into the tent of Rachel. Leah. When he left the tent of Leah, Rachel, he went back to the tent of Rachel. Before he searched in the tents of the maidservants. Why? Well, why did he check so much after her? Misham Shonis. He recognized in her that she was a woman who touches everything, right? And then she likes to touch things and to look at things, that are not hers. So he figured, oh, let me check again with her.
How old was she?
How old was she? Yeah.
Well,
30? She passed away at 36.
So okay, so she's 30. She's 35, 34.
years before.
Rachel is a teraphim, and Rachel took the idols. Tasim Mikar Hagamal, and she placed them inside the camel's saddle. Tashiv Aleim, and she sat on them. V'yimashish Lavan is called and Lavan rummaged through the entire tent, and he didn't find. Rashi Bikar Hagamal. In the saddle of the camel, pillows and cushions can be understood as Kitarguma as Unkelis explains it. Vavita de Gemalia. The saddle of the camel, Behima Dos, Asiya Kamin Kar. Yeah. Beruvin Shaninu and Be'eruvin Shaninu and Eruvin we learn. Gifuam Vitim. They surround it with saddles. Hein aviti gemalim. Aviti gemalim, saddles of a camel, and in old French, bastel. 35. A timer, and she said, Elavia to her father, Lavan, Al Yicha, don't be angry. Ve'ene. In the eyes of my master, referring to her father, because I'm not able to get up before you. Right? In other words, to honor her father, she should stand up. That's what she's saying. She's sitting. Right?
Sitting on the couch. She's
sitting on a saddle. Right? That's the couch. Right? Because I have the way of the women, which means menstruation. Says the trophy. He looked and he didn't find the idols. Yaakov, and Yaakov got very angry. And he quarreled with Lavan. Yaakov. And he responded, Yaakov, and he said to Lavan, Ma pishi, what is my sin? What's my crime? Ma chatasi, what's my crime? What's my sin? Ki dalakta acharai, that you are, dalakti is like, so hotly pursued me, but not really. Dalakti is like, like hotly, but like you lit a flame you lit a fire. That's what I mean. That's what it literally means. Rashi's delakter derafata, that you pursued me hotly. Come on, alaharim dalaku, kamamadlik achrei plishtim. Okay, 37. Kiyamish mishashta is called kelai because you have rummaged through all of my belongings. And you didn't find me called from anything. Kli beischa, a vessel from your home. Sim koi neged achai va'achecha v'yechichu ben shnenu. Place over here in front of my family and yours, and let there be an adjudication, the dispute between the two of us. Yechichu v'yivaru imi hadin. So it should be determined. In other words, let it be proved over here who is right, right? And in old French, approuvé. 38. Zeh Esrim Shana. So he continues Yaakov with his words to him. This is now 20 years. Anechi imach, that I'm with you. Rachelecha v'izecha lo shikalti. Your ewes and she goats, I have not miscarried. Right? They never miscarried. In other words, they always came to full term, and a baby, born, whatever it's called, and right, a goat, a sheep is born, not miscarried. And I never ate a ram or anything else from your flocks. It was all for you. Rashi and no, there was no miscarriage. Their fetuses didn't abort. Okay. Nor did I eat the rams of your flock. Mikan Amru, from here we say, El ben Yoimai Kara'ayel, that a day-old ram is called a ram. Shim Loikim, if that were not the case, Mas Shivchai, how could this be a credit or a good thing? Elim lo yachol, that he didn't eat rams, aval kvasim achol, but lambs he did. Rams he didn't, but lambs he ate. Im kain gazanu, then he would be a thief. So, in other words, even the most freshest kind of meat of a young offspring, even that the best of the best he didn't take. That's the way I understand, or that's what it means, the best of the best, or the opposite, or is it the opposite? Okay. Treifa lo yevesi alecha. I never brought a treifa, which is an animal that is diseased, right, and not kosher. And then it would be here. It's about being not kosher, right? I mean, not healthy, rather. I did not bring upon you. Anechi achatenu miyadi. So I would bear the loss, right? I would bear the loss if that would happen, because you would unfairly exact its value from my hand. I bear the loss, miyadi, from my hands. Right? So and furthermore, if it was stolen by day or stolen by night, I would take the responsibility. Even though it's not his responsibility, he is taking the responsibility. Rashi, treifa, right? That an animal that gets maimed by another animal, for example, by a lion or a wolf, I would bear the loss. Lashin kaileyak be'even el haseira asher yachti. It's a linguistic. It's like he could. He's just saying that the word means like being left wanting, lacking. And I would suffer the loss. I would be not one to lack. If there was something lacking, I took the loss. Because you would seek it from me, and I would compensate you. Right? It wasn't being good. He wasn't being nice at all. Right? Why should the loss be his? But
I don't understand why he said the daughters are mine, everything is mine, your sheep is mine. I don't understand the logic.
who?
The Laban. He said, he said, these are mine, everything is mine, everything you have.
What like that? Huh? What do you mean? It's human nature. Everything belongs to me. Especially evil people.
He said, Laban responded to Yaakov, the daughters are my daughters, the
Yeah.
sons are my sons, the sheep are my sheep, and everything you see here is mine.
Like, you see that kind of behavior everywhere. The
Yeah.
human nature kind of thing, that especially by people who, have no consideration for anything else except themselves.
Well, I'll also put it in a context of he's the patriarch, right? So as the patriarch, everything, he's responsible and he's responsible for everything, right?
Laban.
Yeah. So even not in a negative way, forget about that. Obviously he's evil, right? So that's an added dimension to it. But
That's a good excuse.
no, I'm not saying that. No, I'm saying but especially back in the day, right? The patriarch is the patriarch, so everything is his, right? And now that's yours. From our perspective, it's yours that you're responsible for. It's your mind that I can take advantage of, right? Which is what he did to Yaakov. He took advantage of him, right? He changed his pay scheme, payroll, 100 times, as we learned. Yeah.
Avram, was also a patriarch, that completely the opposite way.
Yeah, exactly. One second. Okay, next Rashi. I would bear the loss. Targumai, Unclis translates it. Dahavet Shagaya Miminyono. That I was absent from the total. Haisa Nifkedis, for it was absent of Mechaseres and missing from my total of what I should have received. Okay, it's just bringing different examples of the usage of that term. Whether a sheep was stolen by day or by night, I paid for it all, right? I had complete responsibility. Genu Genuv C, stolen. Kamai Rabasi b'goyim, Esarasi b'medinais, Malaysa b'mishpat. Okay, just giving different examples. 40. Vayisi b'yoyim, and I was existing by day. Achaloni chayrev. Vayoyim achaloni chayrev v'kerach laila. And I was consumed. You see, the word is achaloni. I was eaten up, meaning I was consumed by day, by chayrev, by the scorching heat, the kerach laila, and frost at night. The tidar shenasi me'enai, and I lost sleep at night. Right? Achalani chayrev lashon eish eichla. It's a term of being consumed, like a fire consumes, right? The kerach k'maymashe karachai targumay galida. Frost. Right, from there they have ice cream. Shinosi lashin shena, sleep. 41. B'zeh li esrim shana. And this, for me, is already 20 years, right? The Secha that I was in your household. The Vadatichan, I worked for you. Arba Vesrim Shana, 14 years, Vishtena ben Secha for your two daughters. Vishay Shana, even 6 years, Vitsoy Necha, with your flock, Vitachli, Vismiskarti, Aseres Mainim, and you have changed my payment 100 times. Hakli Miskarti, Hayisi, Mishana Tanai, Shebenenu, so you changed my payment, the terms of our agreement, from speckled to blotched, from ankle ringed to belted, and so on and so forth. Right, that's how he changed things. Oh, you can only have this, 42. If it was not for the God of my father, Elokei Abraham, and the God of Abraham, Pachad Yitzchak, and the fear and the trembling of the dread of Yitzchak, Hayali, it would be for me, right? Ki ata reikam shalachtani, and it wasn't for them, right? Then I would go. I would be sent empty-handed. It's onyiv is yigia kapai rayalakim v'yechi achemish. But God saw is my my pain and suffering, and yigia kapai, and the toil of my hands. And he has proven or rebuked you last night. Yechiach. Yeah, he rebuked you last night, as he told him, right? Remember, he told him that. Rashi says that here, Pachad Yitzchak. Why is he using that term? Why is he saying the Pachad of Yitzchak? Why not Elokei Yitzchak, the God of Yitzchak? So Rashi says the reason for that, Pachad Yitzchak, he didn't want to say the God of Isaac. Because God does not associate his name over the righteous during their lifetime. Even though God did say to Yaakov, when he departs from Beersheba, there he does say the God of Isaac, Kohu Einab, because Yaakov's eyes were dimmed, he lost sight. Rehu Kimes, and he was like he's dead. The Yaakov Nisyara Loimar Velokei. Nonetheless, Yaakov here was afraid to say the God of his father, Yitzchak, but Omar Pacha, and therefore he said the dread of.
Difference?
I mean, the difference is it seems to me, because God said it, so God could say for God he could say that, but yeah, I mean that for me that would be the simple way to understand it. God says it, fine, but a person saying it, it's different.
I think I had studied once in the Zohar. It said that the reason is by you have freedom of choice till the time of death, so it's only there that you can be sure that you can say God of something, because.
Well, that's what you just said, only after you pass away. That's what we just said.
Exactly. So that's the only time you know for sure that the person performed well, and so they can have that title.
Right, but I mean that's what Rashi, we just learned
Yeah.
that. No, but God did say Elokei Yitzchak. So I say God could say that.
Yeah.
A person is a different story. I don't know why that's just not the simple understanding. Rebuke, but not a proof. Because it can be lahechiach can be to prove a point, right? Or it could be to rebuke. Well, we got it done. Oh, we got Tanya. Okay, thank you.